Are you tired of the grind of everyday life? Are you fed up with not having energy to get up in the morning? Do you constantly feel as if everything is colored in grey and life constantly plays sad music everywhere you go? And for some reason, it always rains wherever you go outside.
Well, turn that frown upside down. The Legion of Memers is here to give you some chuckles, you thingus. And we're happy to bring you something to help give you that extra kick to get you up in the morning. Introducing Coffee Brand Coffee. Fresh roasted with no gimmicks and plenty of flavors to choose from. Use code HAIL the LOM to get 10% off and to help support the channel.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Legion of Memers Memestream Saturday edition, because we don't have any other editions, but hopefully they'll be on that way soon. How's everybody doing today?
Pretty good.
Good.
Yeah.
Boys.
Upright and mobile.
Awesome. Let's give a huge shout out to chat for hopping in there. And as always, Skirmitar, the immediate moment I made this live, says late and gay. Appreciate you, man. Big shout out to chat. Without you guys, we would not exist. So I appreciate every single one of you. We're going to bring up chats in a moment, but let's just introduce our panel over here. First one up on the list, we got Oculus. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty well. I know last week I mentioned I want to do like a couple for F&T, but suddenly I did not have time because of, well, the school semester's ending and I have a lot of work to do, but I'll make it up next week because I know next week's going to be F&T 300. So
dang. All right. So we're just going to show up in force, man.
Yes.
You know, those big streams, they never bring anything up, but you know, we'll just, we'll have fun regardless.
Indeed.
Go
to the show.
We got kind of some breaking news right here. Skirmitar saying, I have a widget for this stream. I can't miss it when you put it up.
I love you, Skirmitar. Oh, you bloody mad lad.
People stop. Oh.
Go ahead.
No, he's good people. Love Skirmitar. It makes great content.
Yeah.
He is one of the people that I know. He's very, very good at editing, and it's awesome to like work with him on things. He's a freaking fantastic dude.
Yeah, and his recent work with Lethal in that Makarov video.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. All right. Now that we gayed on Skirmitar, CJP, man, how you doing, man?
Not too bad. Hopefully the storms that are coming my way wait until after the stream, so I'm not having to worry about power and internet. But other than that, I'm upright and mobile. Not too bad. Ready to have some fun.
Good. You know, the great thing about memeing, you don't have to be upright and mobile. You could just lay there like a bum.
Well,
actually,
what is it? Is it your pants hand or your meme hand?
Both.
They're interchangeable.
Oh,
You've
my
seen me meme. I need 2 thumbs for that shit. Extra Zero, man, what's been going on?
Oh man, I've been working, but I've also been doing a lot with art and some character designs, and I'm sure we'll be talking about that a little bit today. So, been having a bit of fun there and all the chaos that is life. So, Kenzo and I we're cooking up some ideas, and hopefully have a working session soon. But yeah, I've been busy. I went back to my hometown last night and hung out with some friends I hadn't seen in a while for a birthday, and I sound like shit today because I smoked a shit ton of cigars. So you get the oh god, what was the woman in Beetlejuice that introduced Alec Baldwin and what's her name, Gina Davis to the undead? I'm sounding like that today. I got a bit of a smoker's voice.
Did you forget your manual?
Yeah.
Or the slug lady from Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
I was watching, Wazowski. I was watching.
Somebody clip that audio, put his face on it.
Oh, I'm
Go.
sure that'll get me. And if you check the chat, there is the link to today's thread on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. So get your memes in. You guys always do good work throughout the course of the show. So I'm looking forward to seeing and today.
Yes, absolutely. Look at Extra Zero. Then I would be nowhere without my producer. Big shout out to him.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, and we were on, we did midweek hump this week. I forgot about that. So that was a lot of fun.
We did. We did midweek hump. And right after the meetup, we were on together on Adam's show, which was really awesome.
So yeah, that was a good time. I really enjoyed being on Based AF. Never thought I'd get to be on there. So it was a big privilege to get to do that.
Bro, the first time I met Adam, I geeked out like a freaking nerd. I get you, man. I really do.
You're a nerd.
But Flawed, I'm still calling you a little bitch for not showing up to the FNT meetup to play mini golf.
Is he going to be in Dallas?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I would assume so.
Got to make that happen. Or make that happen.
I will do my best to make it there. No promises though. But we have a very, very special guest here today. We got John Connors, my dude. You want to let the people know who you are, what you do, and where they can find you?
Yep. John Connors. Everybody sees me. Culture copying, hobby hopping, snow monkey. Just getting doing the usual streaming and content creating at the moment. Still brand new to it. Still a lot of it's still a little surreal. But yeah, I've been having a great time. It's just a great privilege to come on anybody's stream. So thank you so much for inviting me.
Of course, man. Hopefully this won't be scare you away, but we're glad to have you on, my dude. And we love seeing people's growth. So, I we had a little conversation in the back about real life and, how that gets in the way. But you always got to remember, sometimes you don't have time, but you can take your time. There's no rush.
Yeah, that's what everybody tells me. Don't burn yourself out too fast. But yeah, you can find me on Kick at Kick John Connors. You can throw up. I could throw up the links or something. I don't know. But
and if you guys go to his Twitter, his links are also there as well. You can follow his Twitter. It's at the scroller at the bottom there. Extra Zero, if you want to throw that in the chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me get that pulled up.
Yeah, they're right in the bio. Both my YouTube and my Kicks. I'm streaming a lot more than my making my videos, but yeah, still getting used to that. That's still very new.
And also,
it's all baby steps. As long as you're moving forward, that's what matters.
Also, make sure you subscribe to Hyper Lethal so you can catch this man out on Gronking on Dogs, because you're on the main Gronking now.
Yep, as a regular, which still surprises me to this day that I'm on there. That I'm actually worth a damn. But yeah, Lethal sees something in me, and I really appreciate that. I can't be more thankful to him and the rest of the guys on the panel.
He needed somebody normal on the show, is what he needed.
Yeah, I guess it seems like it. I'm the most normal there, and I'm a good balance with Mazza.
Yeah.
I think a potato would be a good balance. Not exactly a high bar to clear.
I just kind of imagine when you guys stopped going live, it's like when Gilbert Gottfried wasn't on camera. Have you ever seen that? And he just talks a very subdued voice. I imagine the moment you get off stream, Maz is like, oh, I have to go water the plants now and take care of a few things around the house.
He turns into a super upper class British guy.
Yeah.
And I am Superman. If he wasn't scared of Green Rock, leader, creator, and founder of the Legion of Memers, please excuse my camera being off. I am doing something right now that requires me to have my camera off. But I appreciate you all being here today.
Wait a minute.
Oh no, work stuff. I don't know. Everybody's going to that other stuff. I never do that on stream, man. I don't want a DSP moment. Are you nuts?
You don't want to be Cuban?
No, I'm good. Let's give a huge shout out to chat and start bringing them up.
All right. So first off, we already highlighted this one, but it's worth bringing up again. We got everyone's favorite Skirmitar saying that we are late and gay. Yeah, countering that out, we've got D-Day McLean saying on time and dressed to the right. So
Nice, dude. Hail to you, my dude. Keep up the good work.
then we get Kenzo saying, yay, my third favorite snow Mexican.
Oh, bronze medal's still a medal, I guess.
Hail Kenzo, man. We love you, man.
We also get CJP coming in saying white fried rice.
I had yellow fried rice.
If it's a snow Mexican, you need some white fried rice.
Then
Funny
we
you say
get-
that. I did have some rice today for me. Yep. But I'm his number one snow monkey.
We got John coming in saying, yeah, number one snow monkey. We got Cell Shade coming in saying, hail to the Legion. Thank you.
Hail, my dude.
We've got Dino Rama saying, hail the Legion on time today.
Hail, my dude. Hail.
And yeah,
I
we
like the
did have.
new avatar, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty smithy right there.
It's dope.
D-Day noticing the updated theme music. So I noticed that
No,
too.
I just moved it a little bit.
Oh, well, there you go. I was like, yeah, there's something different. I just couldn't put my finger on it.
Yeah, I'm currently in the process of working on new intros and outros, everybody. So that's going to take probably a couple weeks, but once we have it, it should be gas.
We get core member coming in saying, hello, boys and girls and me.
Hail core member, dude. This guy is memeing like nobody's business. He's really kicking butt. He's doing these superhero memes for X-Ray Girl and all those guys. It is great work, man. Keep it up, core member. I'm proud of you, dude.
Yeah, and the stuff he's doing with AI, like the
AI stuff
dance
is
moves.
fantastic.
Yeah. So we also got Metastep coming in saying, hail Legion, hail to you.
Hail.
Met up.
And we've got the one and only Nasmir popping in saying, we see the pimp out opportunities. Get you on them street corners and fishnets.
Not anymore, man. Not anymore.
So gets us caught up on chat. We'll be shouting you all out throughout the course of the show. And let's go into some community topics. So
just a big just a heads up, guys. If you guys are memeing, make sure to throw it in the thread hashtag Legion of Memers, either at Extra Zero, myself, or John, anybody who was in that meme, and we will bring it up towards the later end of the show, most likely, if not mid-show, one of the two.
So kicking stuff off, we got Kara Creates. She has up on her Twitter account, she's promoting that they're doing their Vegas meetup blog or vlog. So this has already gone live.
Yeah, I was watching the premiere. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Wicked.
So yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch this. Do you wanna take us through that, or?
You know what? Just bring up her YouTube. I want her to get the views. So if you guys want to bookmark it, save it. I did not reach out to her to ask if I could play it. So I don't want to cross any lines. But go to her Twitter, check it out. It's a great vlog. And make sure to drop a like and leave a comment. There are some rude people in there, so go spread some positivity because you got the crazy peoples coming in. Along with that, we've had quite a few vlogs coming out over the past week. Unfortunately, mine will be out a little later, but big shout out to True Pop Culture 7, who also put out a fantastic vlog. I enjoyed every second of it, just the joy on his face. So why don't you just bring up the tweet and then send everybody to his YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll put the link there as well as the YouTube link for anybody that's interested in checking that out. Yeah, where the the audio progression here looks like he's about to throw up.
Give it a play. Give it a play, man.
Yeah, let's.
You felt that in his tingles.
There's some memeable stuff in here, though. I'm happy for him.
Indeed, yeah.
I
Oh,
highly
wow.
recommend anybody watching any vlogs from the Legion of Memers, have fun meming. Go get assets. Go crazy with it.
You can use Vigil with it.
Oh wait, here we go. This is a very memeable moment right here.
I don't like pickles.
Get out of here.
I don't know.
Cut the food.
I've got an idea for that one. But before we move on, we have to shout out Delcar's Dungeon coming in with the $5 saying glad to see the Kofied Canuck Connors getting coughed.
Coiffed.
Coiffed.
Wait,
Canuck Connors getting exposure. Hail Legion. Delcar's Dungeon. Thank you so much for the support.
Hell, my dude. Thank you for the $5, dude.
Yeah, you good people.
So yeah, I hopefully we get some true pop memes here. So, and yeah, also core member pointing out, got a couple of the hate video recommends in my YouTube feed today. One for Yellow Flash, one for Gary. First time that's happened. Yeah, unfortunately, those people.
Yeah, I mean, people always get like that around the times everybody gets together and has fun. My advice is just ignore it. Honestly, I'm here for the positivity and fun and the love of the community.
Yeah,
So,
I'll say too that the Streisand effect goes both ways.
yeah,
And Delcar's Dungeon said, "Much love, gang. Thank you again for the support. Appreciate it."
yeah, dude.
So Ivan, who you met in Vegas, Rocks.
I did. I met a lot of people in Vegas. Ivan was working his tail off. He was doing all the filming and everything. Great guy. And Ivan, if you're watching, I'm so happy to see this. I think the full one is coming out soon, and I can't wait to see that.
So let me just play a little bit of this. So this is his Friday Night Tights Vegas vlog intro, and he's going to have the full vlog up soon on Geeks and Gamers. And Ivan, if you are watching, check your DMs because I did reach out to you, my friend. Let's go ahead and play a little bit of this.
Any sound?
I think that's a
No.
StreamYard thing. Bear with me just a second.
Yeah, it usually is.
Yeah, I do have my sound on by default, so let's see.
Man, I better make my vlog good because all these people are putting out there, I'm gonna get my ass kicked.
It's really important for the culture that we get the kinds of things that these guys are saying, that Gary's putting out, that Neurotic is putting out on his web channel, because people have to have a voice, and he's given us a voice. While the big corporations completely ignore us and try to shove this stuff down our throat that we don't want. It's time to get back to giving people what they want. And if you're not going to give it to us, we're going to make it ourselves. That's it.
I'll cut it there, but yeah, that's a pretty professional looking vlog right there. Great work on that.
Oh, dude, his camera was A-class.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Melee K for dropping that one gifted sub. Whoever got that gifted sub, be sure to please thank Melee
That
K for
actually
that.
went to Kenzo.
Oh, well.
Lucky guy.
So there you
Very
go.
nice.
Kenzo, you better say thank you.
He's probably there like, I thought I already was a member.
No puff given your honor.
And
Indeed.
another big shout out to the Critical Drinker hitting 2 million subscribers. His response to that,
Yay.
acceptable.
It's one of the first
you
things
know,
I subbed to back in the day.
one of the best movie review channels out there.
Absolutely.
I also have to, it's really interesting how he's kind of started to break into the mainstream. I mean, the last year he had Russell Crowe on the channel, and he got somebody else like really big and unexpected for an interview, and I was surprised. And of course, he had the sit down with like Ben Shapiro of all people. I thought that was interesting. Actually, didn't Drinker go on Piers Morgan? Or am I yeah.
Him and Neurotic.
Twice.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Pierce is having a problem finding sane guests, so I'm glad he's reaching out to the same people.
So
I think Alex Stein's got some competition now.
But yeah, big shout out to the Critical Drinker. He does some great work. I watch everything I can from it. I know he just put out a review about the Cavill movie that came out.
Ungentlemanly Warfare, I think.
Yeah. And Cell Shade pointing out he was also on Russell Brand's podcast.
Dude, that's crazy. That is it's really amazing to see. We've all been watching these people for a very long time, and to see them coming up and getting this big, it's great because who knows, guys? You could be the next 2 million or 1 million. You never know.
I just want to see, and John, maybe you can help make this happen. We need to get Piers Morgan and Mazza together.
Ooh, wow, that'd be quite the show. But we'll see what we can do.
I want to see Ryan Reynolds with Mazza. I want to see how crazy things get. Extra.
Mr. Benham saying, "Wait, is this extra? Yes, this is me. I am the one that is gifted Mazza."
If Piers Morgan ever actually interviews Mazza, it's going to be like that gif from the IT crowd where the boss just simply stands up from the conference table, walks over to the window, and jumps out of it.
If you guys haven't seen the IT crowd, go see it like now.
All I'll say to that is, I'm disabled. That is my favorite episode of the series.
Oh God, that's a great show. If you guys want some good humor, that's a fantastic show.
I don't know. Mine is still where they convinced Jen that the tiny black box with the little red light is the internet.
Yes,
the entirety of the internet.
Oh God, that is such a good show, guys. Go see it. Go see it ASAP.
Well, speaking of comedy, we got a new little animation from 1-800-Danky.
Oh, big shout out to Mr. Danky doing some great work. I love seeing all the creatives out there. Go have fun. Do what Danky's doing. Just make your own stuff, and people will enjoy it.
John, have you seen this yet?
Probably not. Been a little busy, but if it came out the last day or two,
so technically this is your manager.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen the image. I haven't seen the video yet, but wow. Holy moly.
Let's just play a little bit of this.
Audio.
Audio
again?
Again, yeah.
Let me try this because by default, honest audio, share tab audio is on by default. It's weird. I'm having to do this twice.
Okay, so I actually do know what an Eiffel Tower was. I was explaining that, but what the hell is a spit roast?
Now we're gonna go live. What a spit roast is, or a split roast, or whatever.
Spit roast, urban. Hello to my little keyboard dictionary.
Let's see what.
When two men
Oh, good God! Oh my God!
So give Danky a sub if you haven't already. Let me put the link in the chat. And Mr. Benham saying this is awful. Well, as I mentioned, I've been doing some drawings, and I've now officially drawn everyone who is on Gronking on Dogs.
Oh, and I think yours might be that next one coming up.
Yeah. So I actually it's funny because I have been working on a Blabs drawing, but this past week I got one of our guest.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot going on here.
His nose looks like a penis.
Like
part of the drawing process here is, I mean, nobody looks like the drawings, but going into the parody, you have to play on everything. My favorite detail, of course, is the Halo 5 statue.
Yeah, having a 3-hole day. Good God.
Everybody has been like fixated on the claw.
Yeah, people can't decide whether that's my closet or the door, my door, but or whether it's trying to claw its way out or in, or whether she's wants me or wants to kill me. But yeah, the only thing everybody can agree with is that it's a woman. That's it.
Being a woman, it could be both in the same day.
Right. Honestly, the poster is the most offensive thing. I gotta be honest with that.
I needed to have an element of something in there, like, because Mazda doesn't have putt-putt posters up in his room.
You got everything else. You got my jacket. You got the Halo 5 Guardian stuff. I really don't have that much in the background, so that's my fault at that point.
I kind of do want to do like a detailed drawing of the Master Cheeks thing and just get that printed up and just mail it to Lethal, so he can actually have that hanging up in his room.
Yeah, he'll enjoy that.
Because I know he would hang it up.
Yeah.
So I got to see the live react to it, but I don't know. I've been having fun drawing people, and I know eventually karma's going to get me, and I'll probably get drawn. I'm sure Danky will probably draw me at some point.
I have zero art skills whatsoever, but I am proud of each and every one of you. Y'all, the growth you guys have made from beginning to now is just astronomical.
I feel like I know what it would look like if Rox drew me.
Yeah, it would look like a retarded stick figure.
Well, basically, yeah. And now I can't find it. There was a stick figure, a stick figure meme, if you will. But for whatever reason, I can't find it right now. Oh no! Wait, nope. I found it. Let me open it up. If No Green Rocks were to draw me, it would look exactly like this.
Isn't that Zendaya movie basically this?
Wait, what movie?
That Zendaya movie that came out recently.
Dune 2?
No, that Challengers movie. It's mostly tennis involved.
Oh,
The one that someone memed Tom Holland into with a very sad face.
Yes.
I've been seeing people use the Spider-Man green screen thing over there where he's in shock. Good stuff. Hail to Alec Baldwin's finger, my dude. I got to hang out with him. It was great in Vegas. Good to see you here, man.
Well, Spider-Man is getting ready to learn about the Eiffel Tower himself.
Oh, yeah. Jeez.
Well, speaking of green screens and templates, No Green Rocks, you created a template this week.
Yes, I did. I may not have a lot of time, but when I'm watching, I'm certainly watching. This is Gary holding up a toy, staring at it intensely. I put a whole green screen at the next comment for you to use. Have fun with that and share it with Gary. The audio isn't on.
You were saying?
The audio isn't on.
Again, wow. StreamYards is ticking me off today. Why do I have
becoming a boomer every second of it?
I am not becoming a boomer.
Yeah, no, it looks like to me, but can't handle the
StreamYards
audio.
likes to fight with everybody.
Yeah, it's literally I have to share and then reshare and then it does its thing. Now we have True Pop joining us.
Hey.
Hey, True Pop. We were talking about you earlier.
Oh, Sorry, I'm late to the party, fellas.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. We were talking about your vlog.
Yeah, my
Not lie about
vlog.
pickles. You know you love pickles.
Do you want to talk about it while you're on full screen for a minute?
I guess I have no choice. Gee. Well, yeah. I've maybe the audience watching saw, but I recently uploaded a vlog on my Las Vegas shenanigans. No, if after the stream you can feel free to check it out. I've put in a lot of work in it. And to be honest, looking back on it, I could have just taken the extra days on it. I could use some polishing, but hey, it's out there. I thought I'd upload it as soon as I can because, while people still remember that there was a Vegas meetup. So yeah, Vegas meetup, it was wild, and I guess Soups can confirm that.
Yes, I can. I got to hang out with True Pop Culture. I've been working on some pictures in the background. I'm going to make them public soon. But I had a lot of fun with Extra Zero. I'm glad I get to spend some time with him. He was very tired, but he hung out with everybody like a trooper, man.
Very nice, bud.
Like that 8-hour time zone shift just knocked me out my ass on the ground. So it was a shame because you have to talk with people, you have to be social, and it's like I can't really do that if I felt like my brains run over. But I did my best. I could have recorded more footage at the meetup. That's what.
I think because it was my first meetup.
USA as well.
I got a lot of footage, but like I didn't. I have a lot to learn. We'll just put it that way. When it comes to filming these kind of events, I have a lot to learn. I'm not a videographer. But yeah, dude, I love that, man. The look of joy on your face for most of that video was just made me smile like an idiot.
Dude, I think that's Raimi's Spider-Man screening. It might be the best cinema experiences I've ever had. It was that good. It felt like watching the movie for the first time. People were dressed. Yeah. People were dressed as Spider-Man. Everyone had like Spider-Man related shirts. Like I'm wearing one of Venom right now. No, it was crazy. Like you could feel like people loving the movie all around. And it felt like watching the movie for the first time, even though I've seen it like maybe 10 or 15 times before. It was something else seeing it on the big screen. The snacks that I bought weren't that great. I bought some like chocolate and popcorn, and they both tasted like terrible. I guess that's America for you with snack food. But no, that was fantastic. And meeting everyone as well was absolutely great. Gary was very kind as well. Very, very great dude.
It's funny. We saw a lot of people. We got to meet a lot of people. And anybody True Pop Culture didn't get to meet. You bet your ass I dragged him over to meet people.
Literally, all I wanted was just to sit down on the couch and just had a nod or something. I'd probably fall asleep on that couch.
I was like, True Pop Culture.
He was like pulling me by the ear. Like, look, with this Brit, I could have approached. I would have approached him eventually. Definitely, he's a fellow Brit. But the others, I was just like, I don't have the energy. I have to properly introduce them. Some of these people I'm meeting for the first time, like the Geeks and Gamers crew, and I just like don't have the energy. Just like, hey, I'm True Pop. Oh my god, it's a bitch sale. I was just like most of the time, really. But yeah, it was a fight with fatigue, for sure. Definitely something to consider for the next trip if I do go. So yeah.
Yeah, if you guys ever get a chance to go to a meetup, I know it's difficult financially, but if you can make it, definitely go. I think they're just getting better every year because I was told that this year was the best year, and I was told last year was the best year for last year. So I think it's just getting better and better. They're gonna have to make it a whole week.
Yeah.
At some point.
I think, to be honest with you, I haven't seen the Chris Gore one, but I think there were more people in the London meetup in a pub. Like that pub was absolutely full like completely so. You could barely walk in it. There were queues for miles. Yeah, compared, like I'm comparing it to the Vegas one. I think there were even more people in the UK, just because I guess it's more rare, right? FNC in the UK, only one chance there, you know. So if they ever go to the UK, I'm definitely going there again.
Well, I mean, think about it, right? It's expensive for a lot of people to fly from Europe to the US, but it's not so expensive for people to fly from Europe to England.
Mm-hmm. Definitely so.
But yeah, so big shout out to Ruben. Guard said that.
I think you meant Gary.
Gary said that next year will be all week. Well, all right.
Okay.
I will put in for the time off now. We got Steel Leg of History, my dude. So proud of you all. Be blessed. Great guy. Go follow him on Twitter, and he's
And his YouTube.
And his YouTube. Yeah, he's starting to be a lot more active on YouTube. So go check it out. Turn those notification bells on and support smaller fellow creators.
And yes, he did mean Gary. I got you, Ruben. I got you.
Yes.
Does he mean in Vegas all week? Or
Yeah.
Okay. Damn.
So
Well,
that makes sense.
I mean,
Well,
who
I
knows
was
what'll
there for a
happen?
week.
Who knows what will happen next year? Hopefully, Extra Zero will come, and I can
Yeah.
treat my producer to something else.
No, I was jealous that you get to go to the Brazilian steakhouse. I saw it,
dude.
Oh, I didn't go to the Brazilian.
True Pop did.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I was just like, fucking hell, what
Yeah,
is
the
this?
look on your face said it all in the vlog.
He just saw a big stick of meat, and his eyes popped open.
Yeah,
You can
I've
clip
never
that.
seen
Yeah.
I've never seen that much meat.
You can
It's
clip
just
that.
like-
Guys, we need a give me the meat meme for True Pop.
Yeah.
Give
Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
Yeah, exactly. Not raw. cooked.
Hell,
Needs to be cooked.
Mozamboni hopping in chat. He's been killing it in the meme game. I got my eye on you, my dude. Keep up the good work. I met some of his friends too when we were in Vegas. Good, nice guys.
Nice,
see
good
it
50 cal
Yeah.
shell there. Excellent.
Yeah. They let me
No,
through
they
the
let you
airport.
to
with
the
that.
airport.
Casing.
Yeah, nice, very nice. But I'm on the FBI list, so
You were before, so
You're a member of the fellowship. I believe it 100%. So, what we got next on the list, mate?
yeah. Well, let's check out some community meme threads. We're going to highlight some different stuff this week, starting off with Normal World. So if you're not watching Normal World, you should. They don't go live; they're pre-recorded. But friend of the show, Quarter Black Garrett and Dave Landau host the show, and they welcome the memers with definitely don't Photoshop anything underneath with us when you watch the all new episode of Normal World tonight at 10/9 Central. This was from the other day, but they're on YouTube and Blaze TV. Their guest was Chris Fried, and this was the image that they offered up. Now, if you're memeing them, you can take anything from the episode, but there's some good stuff in here. Like we got one from CJP with Anakin. This is pretty fucking awesome.
Walk it off, bro. Walk it off.
We get this one from Pudge TV. This is the first thing that came to mind for me, just putting all three of them on the shitter.
Very nice.
We get this one from Ryland Hedge. Like this. Mom, can we have louder with Crowder? No, there's louder with Crowder at home.
no, Normal World is better.
I love Normal World. They put so much work into it. The beginning skit for their shows are amazing. I wish I could just watch them over and over again. I mean, I can technically because it's a rerun.
Yeah.
Well, that's originally what I thought that show was going to be when they did that first bunch of sketches. I thought it was going to be just a sketch show, but I do like the combined format.
Yeah.
And you know what's great too about the recorded shows, guys? You can watch it and then meme it at any point. You don't have to rush till the show is over. It's not, something you could take your time with making things. So I highly encourage you to go watch Normal World and just have fun with it. Quarter Black, I met him. Honestly, that dude is one of the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life. He's such a great dude. Hopefully, we'll get him on the show sometime. We'll see what happens.
No, dude, I think you were behind the scenes on FNT. Could you tell a little bit about that, or can you not reveal?
Okay, yes. So I guess the cat's out of the bag on that. But I was very, very lucky. I asked Gary if he would allow me to be behind the scenes of FNT at Vegas, and I got a whole bunch of behind the scenes footage of the show, of the people. I am working on the vlog, but I do have to go through some footage because there are people in our community who don't want their faces on screen and things like that. So I have to run through everything I have, but it will be exclusive to my vlog for the Friday Night Tights behind the scenes.
Nice.
It was really great because Eric, you guys, everybody here knows Eric K, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I heard of him.
So he was on, and I was actually they brought him on, and I was right there, hanging out with him at the time. So I think that's the closest I'll ever be to being on FNT. But you know what? I was very happy. It was like I was so happy. I was smiling like a goofy idiot the whole time. We didn't win anything. True Pop, we didn't win anything at the casino, did we?
I was. Oh no, not a casino. I thought you meant the giveaway. I was close to getting giveaway. I was like one number off, I think, at one prize. That was a giveaway as well.
But I didn't win anything at the slots. But all my luck came from hanging out with people. So you know what? I'm fine with that.
Cash won like $100, and he spent it all and lost it all. And dude, what the hell? Just I told him all right, just spend like up to 25, so you got 75 to take away, so you made 50. But it's just damn. I was just.
But I did win something at the raffle. It was actually on the Geeks and Gamers stream. I won all the comics. I actually have them right next to me. All the Alpha Core comics.
Nice. I don't think
you were the one person in the room that didn't have any of them.
Yeah.
I actually was the one person who probably didn't have all of them. I'm taking care of them because when I went to go shake Beardo's hand, when he gave it to me, he's like, "Hey, don't open these." I'm like, "Okay." I don't want to read them.
All right, so to be real, let's check out this video meme that you made for Normal World. And is this the audio good on this one?
Maybe, if not.
Very nice.
The obvious.
Topanga bag of peaches, mama.
Yep.
I don't know why that.
Sydney video.
Oh yeah, that's not connected. You're now getting into
not relevant. Discover more. Yeah, you're in that.
Yeah. All right, let's check out. There's some additional stuff on here. We got the Thursday night throwdown meme thread. This comes from Toxic Man Flu. Let's check out what's in here. So we get this one from Core Member.
You can never go wrong with gender swaps.
Is that a beardless culture casino, or is that
no beardless? No, that's Sydney Sweeney with glasses.
I know. That's not Sydney Sweeney's face though.
No.
Oh well, the screen's tiny on my end, so.
If you think that's Sydney Sweeney with glasses, I'd hate to go to a bar with you one day.
This is why paper bags exist.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a patriotic man myself, so.
We got 32 flavors of Sidweiser and Steel Egg. The flagrant. Why can't I say fragrant? Wow,
flagrant trigger.
Thank you.
We can definitely post a link. It's on the thread for the show, but Extras here, if you can grab that, throw that in chat.
I absolutely will.
All right.
We don't make a lot of sales, so anybody who's buying any of our merch, you guys absolutely rock.
Release the McCracken doing Take Two employees right now. And then also release the McCracken doing some of those Vigil AI dances.
Have you guys
And he
seen
threw the green screen in there for you to use, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys seen the one where, like, I don't know, like the singer walks on stage?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of those. Right.
And everyone like shapes them to be them. I wonder how you do that. I'd love to know that. You know, it seems cool.
Yeah, I definitely want to get more into AI this year, and you know.
Well, Mr. Grant Gregory is our foremost expert on the AI.
Yeah. Well, I think I need to see if Grant's got some time in the near future, so I can figure some of that out. You know, maybe that's something we can do for our members, is some how-to stuff to help get people started. I think that would be pretty cool.
I'd be happy to do that.
Content.
Absolutely.
Shoot, maybe we can just get Grant for that session. I'll reach out to him, see if he wants to come on and do all that.
You know, I was thinking about streaming more on Rumble, that kind of stuff, because YouTube will hit you for every sound or whatever. So I might just do some Rumble exclusives. That way we know our page won't get yeeted if music is a problem.
Yeah, but I mean, even still, just getting some of the you know, AI animations and all down would be cool stuff. And we get this one, the Sweet Home Alabama, where it's some AI face swapping going on with some familiar faces right there.
Don't let them get on a plane together.
No, that's definitely not a good idea. And then lastly, go ahead.
Yeah, if your memes weren't shown on the show, it's because they weren't in the thread. When I go check for memes, I check the show's thread. So if it's not in the show's thread, I apologize. It's just same thing happened with the side scrollers. I kept trying to find, but there were I think everybody was just posting them on their personal pages.
Yeah. Well, side scrollers, I don't think they have a meme thread. It's just you have to tag them. I think that's how Blabs has it all sorted out.
Blabs, make my life easier. Please put a show thread down.
I'll chat with her. I'll see if maybe that's something when they do the show topic. Maybe just have people post the memes there. And I guess maybe I kind of started the memes with them, so I always just tagged them. And lastly, for community memes, we get Tuesday night's main event has a meme thread. They had Cabrutus on, and let's see what they got going on here. First, we get
yeah, that's the one I was talking about. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the was it the Lil Yachty entrance?
Yeah, and Ricky Berwick did one. I'm pretty sure. I'd love to do that. I'd love to be able to do that. Just
if anybody plans to do this, you need to put true pop culture in a Justin Bieber concert.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a wicked one. Love all of them. The Lil Yachty entrances, they're all real good.
And we got our very own Mo Zamboni hopping in.
This is fantastic. Stuttering Craig and Dan Vask's love story. Look, he even had to change his shirt after Dan finished.
Oh, bro.
Oh, man.
I mean, look, you can see he starts off with one shirt and ends with another.
Workouts get, you sweat during a workout.
Right. Wouldn't technically you need a pants change, not a shirt change? That seemed like the more likely option.
Well, with this position, it would be a shirt change.
Yeah, when we go offline, we can explain to you how glory holes work.
No, wait, no, Dan would do that.
He's in England. There are plenty of them.
Oh.
I don't notice them, to be honest. Yeah.
Do they have a different name there?
I think it's a different name. It could be knobbing.
Guys, I've got a big American question for you guys regarding toilets.
Okay.
I cut this out on my vlog, unfortunately. Didn't make the cut. But, it was difficult picking out footage. Why on earth are your guys' toilets so weird? Like, they're half full with water.
Well, we don't have the bidets you guys do.
What? What do you mean? Like, it's weird. It's like it's half full. I thought first time I went to the hotel, I thought it was clogged. Like I was worried. Like, what the hell is that?
Why
Is that
water
blocked?
sits in the bowl?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
I was like, damn, something's wrong here.
Well,
I mean, to be fair, True Pop Culture, I saw your hotel. You could have been right.
No.
But I think they do it not to waste water.
Well, also I think it keeps the bowl cleaner because if you're just plopping in an empty bowl, you're gonna smudge the walls.
Right.
No,
but if you look, if
True
you
Pop,
pee in
when
there,
True
it's gonna
Pop
spray
takes a
everywhere.
poop- When True Pop
Yeah.
takes a poop, he prefers Poseidon's kiss.
Yeah, no, like literally, if you pee in there, it's gonna spray everywhere. If you poop in there, your butt's gonna get wet. It's stupid.
On the
It really is stupid.
You're trying to make a duty, and the duty hits the water, then the water hits your booty.
So we need a true poop culture meme for today.
No, this is the truth. Like, we in Britain have proper toilet. Learn to clean your toilets rather than just have stupid half water in your toilets, America.
Continue the
Take your
toilet
toilets
rant.
rights. All right, America, your toilets are stupid. They don't need to be half full. All right, when you pee in that toilet, it will spray everywhere. When you poop in that toilet, it'll literally get your ass wet. All right, just learn to clean your toilets. You don't need to have it half full. End of rant.
Well, how do you handle
has
it in
been-
Britain? How do you handle
We
your
are making.
toilets?
We're turning that into a short.
Yes.
Right. No, literally, if
We
there's poo
just
on the
got
side,
ground, governor. We just
Right.
leave it there for the people to come on. They clean it up.
Oi, I need
if-
to take a shit. Ugh.
if there's poop on the side, right, you just clean it. Like, end up, you clean it with like a brush thing.
No,
piss on
you clean it
piss on
with
the
your
stream
three.
so strong it'll.
What kind of
erase
man
the shit.
are you? You clean it with your pee when you go pee.
Yes.
There was that whole South
You
Park
have a
episode about
special brush for it. I don't know what you call it, but I forget the name for it. There's like a
that.
name.
It's a
for it.
toilet brush.
Toilet brush,
Yeah,
yeah.
toilet brush. I guess. Yeah. Like, do you not have those in America? I assume because it's half full. You know.
Yeah, we do.
We do, but we're American. We like guns, so we prefer using it for target practice.
Well, not only that, we like being fat and going to McDonald's 24/7 while shopping around at Walmart.
Right.
That's what Americans do 24/7.
Look, I'm just saying,
uh,
don't have your toilets half full. That's all. You know.
It's actually, it's half empty.
half full. All right, sorry to sidetrack the Legion of Memers on the topic.
No, it's great. I got to stream and meme at the same time, so I'll have something from the meme thread. So thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Keep it up with the community memes. We get Cabrutus. Well, Mo Zamboni coming in saying, Cabrutus, you're letting your success go to your head, and apparently he is King Cabrutus now.
Is that like the
good
finger puzzle?
No, you've never seen the Katamari Damacy, the King of all Cosmos?
No. I just assumed
Yeah.
his head was the finger puzzle that you do, like in Aladdin, I think.
Yeah, not a
Am I right?
Chinese
Game was
finger
a-
trap.
Yeah, that
Oh,
game was a
okay.
phenomenon in the aughts. It just like blew right up.
From the Bugle Daily, we get this parody. What is it, Eric? You're gay. How did you know I like that name? Because I'm. Then we get one from Cloud. I'm sure that's got copyright audio on that one, but
He really like memes about Sims, like whether it's about himself or someone else. Like,
look,
I
he's
see that
very
meme.
familiar with the topic.
Literally, like on my timeline, I was passively scrolling through, and I got like 4 blab memes from him. Like, Cloud, it's time to admit you have a problem. All right, jeez, like 4 in a row in a random ass timeline. Maybe that's just Twitter, but who knows? All right,
Well,
Cloud, do you have a problem?
I bet if we finally let the man have some Chick-fil-A, he would leave blabs in the dust.
Oh, for sure.
True love is with chicken.
Then we
I'm
get
craving
this one.
KFC right now, actually.
So this one's prominently featured on Gronkin, but we get a ooh brother ooh.
Oh,
Alright, okay.
nice. So it's like AI of the U brother. Oh, okay.
What's that? What's that, brother? Ooh.
That's
Yeah, it's one of
cool.
the great memes that Lethal brings up.
Yeah. I like I had no idea that like Busta Rhymes did the Arab Money song or the Arab Money song.
One of his older songs.
Yeah, I like looked it up. It's like shit. This is 14 years ago. It's now just a meme.
And just so everybody knows, remember to meme your favorite shows and hashtag the Legion of Memers in the thread. And that way, when we do the show, I can bring the show up on here. Great promotion for the show and great promotion for your memes. So let's spread wide to the community and make memes for even small shows, big shows, small shows. Just have fun with it.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of my mantra. Is I kind of from day one have been supporting shows that I'm a fan of, that I want people to check out. I love Gronkin on Dogs. I've been doing a lot of memes for them lately, along with Side Scrollers, the Full Aussie. Part of having the fun is getting into shows that don't have a lot of memes going on for them, and it's a good way to get yourself out there and interact with shows that you really like and want to support. So always you don't have to do necessarily big shows, but I know like for me it's been great getting to engage with smaller shows that I really like, and it's mutually beneficial. So definitely something to keep in mind when you're creating.
Yep.
Yeah, I honestly soon I'm going to have somebody be helping me out with the Twitter, but I see everything. I try and repost as much as I can, give likes as much as I can. It's also good practice if you guys want to learn to edit or make things.
Mm-hmm.
Practice on the shows that you care about. People love them.
Yeah,
I like how Soups said that I see everything, and I just imagine like 6 monitors with like him with white Batman eyes, seeing everything. The all-seeing oracle,
Once we hit 1 million subs, I'll create a Bat Cave. How about that?
Okay, fair enough. Morgan Freeman was warning Batman not to use those white eyes to see everything. He warned him. It's a power no one should use. No one should have.
Yeah, white power is not the best thing you should be using.
The white eye power. The white eye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
All right, Clayton Bigsby.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, we'll go from unintentional racism to unintentional racism with the Stellar Blade controversy.
Yeah. And just so Extra Zero, can you do me a favor? I sent that clean slate to the group, the Skirmitar group. If you want, you can throw it in the thread, and anybody can use it for a thumbnail.
Yeah, let me get that pulled up here.
See, the only problem with me now is like I get these memes prepped and ready to go, and then I got work, so I get sidetracked, and everything comes out late.
I don't see the clean slate in there from you. Oh wait, no, I see it now. I see it now because I used that one. So here, let me go ahead and.
And if you guys are making memes and there's something you can make a template of, feel free to share that with the community.
So let me get this copied. I'll get that in the meme thread right here and now. But yeah, so going back to the Stellar Blade controversy, the company that created Stellar Blade, Shift Up, initially came out and said that they were going to be shipping the game uncensored in all regions. And this gets a little interesting. And John, I know this was covered a little bit on Gronking, so excited to get your take on this now that some of the dust is kind of settled on it. But ultimately, what's kind of come out of this is the timing has been kind of suspect. And Grums was on Side Scrollers yesterday, and he was talking about how right as the embargo lifted around 3 o'clock, 2 outlets had this in particular graffiti ready to go and queued up, and their respective articles. I think it was Kotaku and was it The Gamer also had this covered?
Yep.
So
yeah, they were right on cue as soon as the embargo hit off. They had these articles put up like almost the exact same time. It was pretty ridiculous, kind of blatant at this point, with the way we know how journalists, these game journalists work.
Yeah.
Well, with
I'd
that,
say operate than work.
Hmm?
They're actors. They're not journalists.
yeah, that's a better way to put it. They're just operating. But yeah, what they were trying to do is going at succeeded. They went after Shift Up's game for putting this as an implication that there's particular racism going on with this, because hard R up here and over here in the Americas, North America, we know exactly what that means when you say
Right.
hard R. And that
I thought
that
it means retard.
It's a rating system. Like when you go see movies, you know how like you guys have. What do you guys have?
18 plus, I think, up over in Europe.
Yeah, Europe has a different rating system because I've seen tits on their television with no warning sign. So, like, I think Europe is a bit more lax when it comes to it. But I know in America, when somebody says hard R, it's probably either super violent, a lot of sex, or whatever. So,
yeah, what the game journalists were intentionally doing here is just going after him for any which way possible, and this was one of the ways that they attacked the game itself. And the update, I read it up a little bit. They switched it up with the updated version. Unfortunately, for those who have digital copies, are being forced to get it. Those with PS5s have physical copies. They're able to keep themselves unplugged to have the game, have the original. But with the new one, they put up crime instead of hard. So then we have an even more racist term, as far as I know, crimer, which is just even stupid. But yeah, this also includes the particular bits of censorship that have gone on for the day one patch of this game. That the outfits and the costumes that were shown in the demo and further on in other videos, showcasing the game, have been slightly censored to a certain extent that satisfies to what we believe to be Sony's standards. Because we've seen all throughout the years that Sony has a particular set standard when they have games launched on their platform. All the games that get launched on their platform have contractual obligations to adhere to what Sony wants, and they'll make and I'm damn certain it's straight from Sony that these things happen.
Yeah. And that was something that Grums was talking about yesterday, was that this is definitely something that Sony pushes. And one of the things that he's been highlighting, I don't think it's in this thread, but let me pull up the other one, because one of the things that Grums is telling people is that he doesn't think this should be a traditional boycott. He actually is urging people to buy the game, and there's a movement going on that he started with the hashtag Free Stellar Blade, and he wants to get it trending. And there's also a petition. So essentially, his perspective on this is that rather than not buying the game, he says the best thing you can do is stick it to Sony by canceling your PlayStation Network subscription, because that's going to impact Sony, and then sending letters in support of Shift Up, saying that, hey, there's definitely a double standard, and tagging Sony US. So one of the things that Mark Kern was saying is that the way Sony, Japan, and Asian companies operate is different than the US. In the US, you got to go after them on social media. In Asian territories, Japan, Korea, even the Chinese markets, you need to send letters, and they actually will respond to letters. So there's a two-tiered move to this. As of 3 hours ago, they were about to hit 20,000 signatures, and the goal is 100,000. But again, this is kind of the differential enforcement here, where games like The Last of Us Part 2 has full frontal nudity, and gratuitous sex scenes. It's also an M-rated game like Stellar Blade is.
And, but the thing they put in there is unattractive and ugly.
Right, and that's one of the big differentials is these American games that allow this oftentimes they have modern audiences. And I think Last Toxic Male gets it here, saying the worst decision Sony made was moving their headquarters to California, Santa Monica.
Oh yeah.
So are they saying? So I'm just extrapolating from this, but they're saying it's okay if you're ugly to do those kind of scenes, but if you're attractive, that is not okay.
Well, that's what people are kind of taking the implication of.
Yep. Well, it falls in line to a particular agenda that a lot of the agenda-driven activists that we all see across entertainment media. They all started out in politics and in college, trying to push their own policies and trying to fight against what they call social injustices. And this is the particular thing that they go after in regards to gaming. They want to destroy the heteronormativity attitude from gamers about seeing sexy hot women in sexy costumes, and want to push their own ideas of what should be sexy and what should be attractive. And any normal person, with freaking 2 brain cells to rub together can look at that and just their instincts goes, yeah, I'd rather go with the what's above that and not what's below. But Sony, they're driven by the looks of it, it's either their particular individuals who are in charge, which seems to be a case for a lot of things. They're driving this idea to create make what we normally see as regular gamers as abnormal, and make it the normal, and make what we know as normal as abhorrent. And which is it's a particular push and drive that we see across gaming, across movies, where we see with the Star Wars game, new Star Wars Outlaws that's coming out, where they uglified the actor who did the mocap suit and everything. She's a beautiful woman, but then they made her look like somewhat of a guy, which is ridiculous. And we've seen this with other things too, with movies, media. It's all this same. It all roots into the same ideological push that comes from the social justice nut jobs, the crazy Marxists that want to destroy what we know in the world as normal, and create and bring in their own ideology. And then with that being established, they begin pushing this idea of repressive tolerance, where what we believe is normal, what we like to see, seeing good-looking women and other things like the regular normal stuff that we've always enjoyed in gaming. They want to push back against that and make it make it look like it's taboo. They're trying to flip the table.
Well, another thing I see in all this, and I don't know if maybe you see it too, is we talked about this on the midweek hump this past Wednesday, where it's almost like in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s, we had what you consider to be the idealized man and male and female bodies. And it's this interesting dichotomy where with men, you have characters like Goku and any superhero character, big, muscular, peak physical condition. And I feel as men, we kind of aspire to be that. And then in this, the social justice sect, they're trying to push these, less than idealized female bodies or androgynous bodies. And I see it as this kind of counter argument and push for laziness, where it's oh, hey, you should be comfortable in your mediocrity. You should be comfortable not being in shape or not having, and again, I won't argue that He-Man, Goku, all those bodies are unattainable, because they pretty much are. And as somebody that works out regularly, I know. But at the same time, it's something that is inspirational to, I think, men and women. And I've talked to my wife about it too, that that you see an idealized figure, and it it's kind of inspiring, and something that you want to attain if possible. So
yeah, absolutely. Well, the first thing they have to go after is the what they like to call us as the chuds, the men, the regular men, the vast majority of us in the gaming community. They, rather than it's basically kind of a trap thing, where they'll bring in these mediocre women or these ugly women, and we go at them, and then they flip it on us to say we're perverts. All we want to see is just hot women in sexy bikinis and such like that. Basically, like make the those who they're trying to push back out to the general public who are just looking out from the outside to gain this perception that they're just perverted animals.
Yeah.
That we're not to be the ones to be respected, and they make us out to be a problem because we want to see what we normally enjoy.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's these gaming companies are only hurting themselves because they'll have less and less interest in these games going forward, and they spend so much money on these games that they're just gonna be like, oh, it's not profitable for us to do this anymore, and it'll be like, well, what do you want? And then you have small gamers or small creators who are making these games. I mean, look at Pal World, look at Helldivers. I mean, you have people who are like, all right, I'm sick of this. I'm going to make my own thing. And then it blows up because it's what people want. At the end of the day, a customer is a customer. Fine. You might not want them as a customer, but if you tell them to piss off, they will all piss off and your company is going to go under.
Yep. Which is why I completely agree with Grums in the way that he wants to tackle this is to not to try as best as possible to avoid attacking Shift Up, because as far as we've seen it and as far as they've wanted to show, they've wanted to give out the uncensored version. They wanted to give us what the gamers wanted, what they planned to do. They wanted their art uncensored. They wanted to bring their art at purest form that they've been putting all their effort into it as possible. For me, as far as I see this, it's not much different than what happened last week with the Warhammer 40K female custody stuff that went on. It's all this matter of changing the narrative on things and try to make out who are normal in the gaming world who enjoy this to be the bad guys.
Delcar's Dungeon coming and saying, if I want to see Fatagoon, I'll go to Walmart 24/7.
You're wrong.
Another thing too that's good evidence pointing towards Sony is Devil May Cry 5. If people remember, the scene where Dante rescues Trish was censored just on PlayStation 5, as well as the game Martha is Dead. There was a cutscene in that game that was only censored on PlayStation, not on Xbox, not on PC, not even on the Switch.
Interesting.
And
I normally think Microsoft would censor something, not PlayStation.
I don't think Microsoft has ever really been huge on censorship, as far as I'm aware. Maybe I'm wrong, but Nintendo was very much in the past. But it seems like since the PlayStation 4, Sony has had a lot of censorship on their platform, more so than any other. And it's been third-party games have been impacted, like I mentioned, Martha's Dead and
because
Devil May Cry.
Microsoft said something about regulating party chats.
Well, yeah, now they're
Yeah.
Now, do any of you guys use Microsoft Teams?
No,
yeah, I had to.
Microsoft
a
think.
long time ago I did one of the earlier classes during mine.
It's shit.
So.
I don't like it.
Well,
yeah.
The thing about Teams and the scary thing is there's auto transcription built into it. And if you ever do a Teams meeting and you record the meeting, you will see in real time it transcribing the whole entirety of the call. And I'm willing to bet they're going to use that same technology within their voice chat. All it's going to do is drive people to Discord. And then when Discord gets the same, they're going to go on Gilded. And it's unfortunate because like they are not solving any problems. They're not solving any behavioral problems. They're not solving anything. They're just pushing people to other platforms and services. And it's just going to be a loss on their end, in my opinion. Just like Nintendo.
Real quick, let's give a huge shout out to Justin.
Martin.
Martin, thank you for 5 gifted subs. You guys are awesome. We don't normally have a ton of people coming in gifting subs, so appreciate you, my dude. If you did get a gifted sub from him, make sure to say thank you in chat.
This dude dropped 5 memberships on my channel on my Soma stream yesterday. Mad lad. Absolute mad lad.
King.
I recognize the name. I was surprised as hell. Very generous. Thank you very much.
I haven't watched your stream yet, but are you liking it?
Yes.
Awesome.
Well, I was expecting something else, but I'll carry on playing. I'll tell you later about it.
Okay.
Because I'll waffle on.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for anybody that hasn't played it yet, because the twist is worth it. Cellshade did chime in and say that Sony did walk back on that censored scene in Devil May Cry 5. It went back to uncensored. I'm curious what fixed that. Whether there was pushback or what, because that story kind of faded away. Granted, I think a lot of that happened. When did Devil May Cry 5 come out? Was it 2019 or was it 2020?
On the topic of Stellar Blade as well, and censorship overall, I think because you guys were comparing it with Last of Us Part 2 and the memed on scene, there's also the recent example of Baldur's Gate 3. I don't think that game received like any censorship, to be honest.
Well, same with Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk also had zero censorship whatsoever, but
But yeah, Baldur's Gate is definitely like a recent example, won multiple awards. No one got annoyed at that, Yeah. I guess it's like I don't know. It's kind of like a Game of Thrones kind of, so like you kind of expect the nudity to a certain degree, and with I don't know why people are mad about Stellar, but to be honest, I don't really care about Stellar Blade. That to me is just it looks like a boring game. We'll play it if you like, But
yeah, each to their own.
I don't know what the big fuss is about. Like you do it here, what's wrong with this? What's getting your pants in a twist? Why is there?
I always go
outrage for
back
this?
to something that Rush Limbaugh said back in the 90s about feminism.
Mhm.
All that feminism really is at this point, and now with all the other alphabet groups joining in, is allowing ugly people access to the mainstream.
Yep.
That's all they want, is access to the mainstream and to make and dictate how it goes.
They only hire 600-pound women with pierced bodies and everything else.
Yeah, and it's with the whole social justice side to it now as well. It's become a lot broader. They want to have different change. They want to make change to a particular ideal that usually comes from the anti-norm attitude, where even like we get censorship going on like left, right, and center, and also alterations to the art. For a lot of us gamers, we just want to see the art that the artists have made absolutely unabated, as they intended to bring it out. And other things, like there was just recently they launched another game. I don't know if it's on PlayStation in particular, but this game, Euden Chronicles, got localized in Americas, and they completely changed a whole bunch of language and words from the original writing. It's so that localized for a modern audience, and we see language like chud get thrown in there, and you know exactly where that's from. It's from the same social justice Marxist cultist warriors that want to change everything that we know and love in the Western world.
Well, it just goes back to Mao's, four olds. I mean, this is not new ideas. This is just recycled bull crap from 70 years ago.
Yeah,
D-Day Direwolf 4 months member chat says, "Hail to you, D-Day Direwolf, my dude."
Thank you for the support.
It actually comes from another Marxist from way back in the day. Well, socialist. I forget the name. He was an Italian socialist who lost against what's his name? Not Grosky. I'll try to remember the name in a bit. But his idea was that not to go at it to counter the culture directly, but to subvert it through small little means. And it's an unorganized, completely disconnected way of tackling. I know Arch Warhammer, Arch. If you guys know him from around, he deep dives into this when he was talking about the whole Warhammer change. It's always these small little subtle changes that get a reaction from people like us, and then they use they weaponize that reaction to make those who are trying to change it back as the bad guys. Those who are
sometimes they go too far. For example, you have this tweet up from the quartering, and basically people are now calling for not such good stuff against people who are speaking out against it.
So this one's interesting. Tone Man, I believe, is a retro game streamer, and he put out this tweet, and again, is this a joke? Is this not? But 20K to anyone that makes this dipshit disappear. Now I think the quartering tagging the FBI maybe a bit too
shit.
Yeah, and also
I think he's trolling a bit, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Now the Tone Man's account is gone, whether he deleted it or not. The account doesn't exist. He's still on YouTube. And again, as always, with anybody like this, please don't harass them. Again, as I said earlier, it's Streisand effect.
I
both ways, but
doubt they can afford 20K either way.
Right.
Idiot.
But the vitriol that comes out of people that, and again, I think you could make an argument either way of whether Grum's crusade against this with Kabrutus is too far or not. I don't think it is, but I don't think that this reaction is just. And I've seen a lot of vitriol and a lot of threats and a lot of violent language going towards people that are upset with censorship. But what is interesting are some of the more normie YouTubers that are have been not part of any culture war stuff. And I'm talking about like Lady Decade and Happy Console Gamer have actually been taking note of this stuff. I checked one earlier. Matt McMuscles had a post-mortem of the Suicide Squad game, but interestingly, he didn't mention Sweet Baby at all. But Lady Decade's been interesting because she's actually gone down the SBI rabbit hole. Happy Console Gamer, who, again, Johnny Millennium, if you know the guy, I think he's one of the most politically neutral people out there. He just does not like to talk politics or any sort of politically linked issues. And he had to say, in regards to Stellar Blade, that he doesn't understand the controversy over an attractive character, and he also doesn't understand how the game like Star Wars Outlaws made the lead character ugly. And he admitted that that the was it K is an ugly character in the game, and looks nothing like the model. And it's interesting to see normies getting pulled into this and taking notice. So whether this is a pendulum shift or not remains to be seen, but I think more and more people are waking up to it, and it has white-pilled me a little bit on it. Now, I've also followed the money on why all this stuff's happened. I'm a little black-pilled in that regard, but I don't know. What do you guys think about that angle?
I can't comment.
Fair enough.
Well, I mean, what was it? I had missed the tweet earlier, but someone, what was a developer in Canada, was saying that it's not just the company money that's causing this problem in Canada, at least it's the government,
right,
requiring you to have so many of these check boxes before they'll publish it.
Guess where that money's coming from?
Yeah.
So
this is all government sanctioned.
Yeah. It's not government sanctioned per se, but the government's getting money from the people that are doing it to others.
Yeah, that's it. They're up here in Canada. They our government, our liberal Trudeau government, have an ideological agenda that they regulate with when it comes to their spending. And so they give these particular companies all kinds of money so that they can sustain themselves while continuing to push this ideological change within our culture. And I just looked up and found the person that I was trying to think of earlier that I forgot the name of. His name is Antonio Gramsci. He's an old socialist back in
can't pronounce his name.
Yeah. And with him, what his theory was all about cultural hegemony, where people, those who control the culture have to be pushed and changed, altered through subtle ways, and this can be done in all sorts of ways. All it takes is one individual with an idea to go in, take a position of power within that culture, and make their changes and just adjustments as they see fit, and it further creates this conflict between those who want this ideological agenda to get pushed into the mainstream and those who want to keep the culture as it is, as we know and love it for all these years. And if you look him up at Gramsci, it's that when you start reading how he his theory on cultural hegemony and how to change it, things start to click. The way that people are acting within within Hollywood, within the gaming industry here, even
Yeah.
before that, within the colleges themselves from way back in the early 10s, even down to the Occupy Wall Street movement from back in 2011, 2012. All these ideological movements. They all root themselves to the same kind of theory of cultural hegemony and how to tackle that change. It's very disorganized. But all pushing to the same goal. Once you start learning on what his theory was, Antonio Gramsci's theory was, it all clicks. It all starts to make sense for people, like it did for me.
What we got extra?
Well, we
Anyways.
can move on. Yeah, no, well said, John.
Yeah, I wanted to mention as well on topics. Have you guys seen the scene of Rogue throwing away Captain America's shield?
No, I actually, I've been excited for, like, I was watching the X-Men show and it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. So I've been saving myself to binge it.
Okay.
Because
there's this recent scene. Yeah, I've seen the clip. I've seen the first 2 episodes. I kind of thought, this show is a bit boring. And then I see that scene where Rogue just has a tantrum at Captain America, and I just tweeted at it, and it seemed to resonate with people. Maybe I should share it.
Well, I've only seen like 4 episodes, so it could fall off then.
I also say let's hold off on that because I know people are enjoying the show, and I don't want to spoil them on it.
Copyright.
It's like a 10-second scene, but it's just like it shows that, like, if you're not for mutant kind, I can treat you like be an absolute asshole to you. Like, it's just stupid how they behave, and it's just completely turning me off the show.
That's how the writers behave. So
yeah. But I will give it to them. The writers. What they're trying to do is they're trying to straddle this line where it's like this gray line between the conservative and then there's the socialist side, where they have the language that they use, the words, the direction that they go with this. It can go both ways for a lot of episodes.
They're trying to Civil War everybody, basically.
Yeah,
pretty much.
And it's weird because it's like people on Twitter are pointing this out, and I can't help but agree. Like, whenever there's a X-Men comic or X-Men related media, the other Marvel characters are written completely out of character.
Rogue Attraction has a good point here.
Yeah,
that Rogue is a very brash character, and
no, you don't.
You have to watch the previous episode for it. Kind of makes sense within the sense of what happens in this season. But
what's bothering me, the tweet that I quote tweeted, like, people are clapping like seals for it, and it's just like, no, this is not a heroic thing to do.
But
I don't
Rogue
think it should be seen.
It is juvenile, but there's
reasons. Some people are treating it like, you go slay queen, for throwing Cap.
Well, okay, so the behavior is not to be encouraged, but it is in line with what the character kind of is. If you ask me, I would have loved to see like character growth, but hey, I can't write TV shows.
Well, we'll see where this goes for the last 3 going forward. We'll see if it sticks the landing or it falls flat in its face.
I think it's gonna peter out. I think what's gonna happen is it's gonna exist. People are gonna talk about it for right now, but they're not gonna be talking about it like we were all talking about. X-Men, the original, and everything like that. It's gonna be a nothing burger, in my opinion. It's gonna disappear.
Yeah, basically. Because I think since Bo DeMaio got fired, do you think it'll have the same
interesting?
Well, history repeats itself for season 2, because season 2 is going to be dog shit without him.
Yeah. Also, I won't reveal who she kills, but Rogue goes on a bad arc and kills like a villain, and it's like people are praising it, and it's just like, where were you guys when USA agent in Captain America and Winter Soldier Disney Plus show, when he killed a terrorist, you guys were saying, "Oh no, he shouldn't kill." Blah 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 blah. We shouldn't be allowed to do this. But here, oh, go Slay Queen.
Well, you gotta
killed that
remember,
villain. It's just that hypocrisy.
It's really hard to make your way through some of the social media chatter because, as Master of TDS has pointed out, there are so many bots in there. It's very hard to tell what is genuine and what isn't. And you know, also to what Soups was saying is that these news cycles move so fast that it's kind of hard to, again, you have to sift through the bots. Then you also have to sift through the tourists that don't really understand nuance or storytelling, and to get actual, you know, debate and real discussion. It's a challenge because, you know, again, we don't have gatekeeping to have honest people in those discussions. And I mean that from both sides. I mean, you know, it's
it's tough. It's a tough line. It's a tough thing to manage, because for a lot of us individuals, we have you know, those who want to keep things normal, we have our own lives to deal with. We're trying to focus on our own things. We have jobs, whereas the other side, they see this entire culture war stuff as their job, as a part of their work, and they are absolutely. That's why when you see people out in protests, you see them come out in droves on one side, and we're barely able to manage 100 people on the other side, because it's a disadvantage.
Yeah, unfortunately, and there's not much we can do, right? You know, we have to pay our bills at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Like I can't make videos every day or anything. Like, I just don't have the time for it. I wish I could, honestly, but you know.
That's why we got to support the individuals that we know are honest and they're up, that we support. We got to make sure that their voices get out there, because
I also like, it's not only the loudest voices or the most bombastic. Go look around, go check out the, you know, different communities and what people are talking about and how they talk about it. Because for a person like me, I can't go on a rant all the time about different, you know, subjects that I don't know anything about. I go to the people that actually know what they're talking about, and I listen to them, and I listen to multiple people. And then I kind of form my own opinion, but I still don't talk about it because it's not some. I'll leave that to people who actually know what they're talking about. But in let's say because a lot of normies nowadays are being like, yeah, I don't like what's going on with this
Right.
or that. So you can actually end up having a conversation with the normie and be like, hey, have you seen these people in this community? You might like them. I've been doing that to everybody I talk to, you know, everybody who has interest in pop culture. I talk to them, I kind of see where they're at, and then I point them to people like True Pop Culture or people like Nerdrotic, you know, people who or people like Disparu, people who have in-depth opinions on things that might interest them, and something that's not going to push them away immediately.
I like what Rogue Attraction says here. Everyone needs a normie to ask about the media to see a non-biased take, and it gives you a good pulse check on how effective they are to getting to the masses, and it gives you also a reality check too, because I think sometimes we get so black-pilled in these spaces by seeing so much negativity. And you do need positivity, but you also need to be civil. You need to be you need to be civil, but you also need to be unwavering in your beliefs. You need to be principled, and you really need to be consistent in what you say. And
well, I mean, you got to be an adult, right? Nobody likes being talked to in you know, bad ways. Like, if you have a differing opinion, try and be respectful about it.
Right.
You know, you don't have to call somebody, somebody
right,
names and things like that, because you obviously, like, I'm not gonna, Extra Zero, I'm just gonna throw out a subject. If I talk about a Google Pixel phone and Extra Zero doesn't know about it and I know everything about it, and he starts saying something, I'm not gonna call him a fucking idiot for not knowing anything about it. Exactly. Rogue Attraction hit the nail on the head. Exactly.
Yeah, never talk down. Yeah, always talk to them as equals. Because when it comes to the name calling and all that jazz, the social justice cultists do that in spades, and eventually, it's they're gonna freaking push everybody away to a point where we've seen it over the years. People have kind of like let it slide, let things slide, let it slide because they're only taking an inch, right? It's just an inch, just another inch. It's just a kilometer now. And
how did we get here?
Yeah, how did we get here? And over the years, I've been it's great to see that. I've been watching this all go on and start since 2016, 2017. That's when it was really your elections down south that really like clicked. I was like, oh, hey, Trump won. Hey, cool. All right, business guy won. And then I look up in social media, it's like, what's going on? Everybody's freaking out. It's like I'm trying to go to war on social media and stuff like that. And over the years, I've watched how the entirety of the internet and people online and even out in the real world, how much things have changed. It is going our direction. I shit you not. And I've been watching, like we were saying before, support the individuals who have a voice, who are strong out there, who've been following this stuff and know exactly what they're talking about. For me, myself, I've been following like people like Geeks and Gamers. When it comes to Geeks and Gamers, I've been around since Jeremy had time for the High Council, if anybody remembers that kind of reference. And I was one of the first 50,000 people watching Nerd Erotic, and to see these guys skyrocket to the millions, like even Critical Dringer was one of my first people I watched, and Sargon of Akkad, when the Gamergate stuff came on, that kind of kicked me into speed. He's a total intellect. He knows exactly what he's talking about with a lot of stuff, and him and his social circle there with the Lotus Eaters, amazing stuff. You can learn so much from those guys, and over the years they've kept consistent with what they've been saying about these things, and more people in the world are recognizing exactly for what it is without being bogged down with all the major information or info dump, or having to basically essentially go through like novels and encyclopedias of exactly what everything is. It's like this huge crash course. Now people are starting to see it in real life. They've overplayed their hand, and we're on the winning side.
Yeah, and you know what? It's okay. Like nobody says you have to like everybody in this community. Absolutely. It is completely fine to not like everybody's everything all the time. But know that just because you don't like it, it doesn't mean you have to, go to everybody and shit on everybody. All right, if you don't like something, it's okay. Move on to somebody you like, because we spend too much time in depression already, guys. Go find something you like, please.
Exactly. We've over the years, people grow, people change, and people have different perspectives. And we are such a diverse community in the broad spectrum of things that it's bound to happen.
And part of diversity people have to recognize is diversity of thought. Like the people that preach diversity the most, that's the one thing that they never talk about, is that people are going to think differently than you, and to a degree you need to be accepting of their opinions and their thoughts, and just agree to disagree. And that's part of diversity of thought.
Absolutely. Hang on.
Yeah, and if you see people in a community you like or whatever are being dicks to somebody, you could just be like, okay, this guy's just being an asshole, and then
be
move
civil,
on.
Stand up and say like, hey, is that any way to talk to somebody? Because then you're going to put them on the spot, and if they start talking trash, all the people that follow them are going to see what they're following and see like, hey, maybe this person is legitimately an asshole.
It sucks to see see people lose sight of the real goals out there that we have, and the real enemy of what we know and love. But you can only do so much for it.
Yeah, I think the real disappointing thing is that these hobbies, these forms of entertainment, used to be very unifying things. Whether you liked them or not, it was, hey, you like superheroes? I like superheroes. Oh, you like X-Men? Nah, I'm more of a DC guy. Oh, well, why don't you like X-Men? We can talk about it. Not like, you don't like X-Men? Fuck you. This
bigot.
Yeah. It becomes political. That comes from the social justice cultists, man. They to them, everything has to be political, and that all comes back to the Antonio Gramsci's ideas and theories on how to change culture from within. Is these small increments, and to make every single aspect of our culture, from entertainment to social interaction, make it all political. It has to be an adherence to looking ultimately at policies and such like that, which most of the average person don't want anything to do with that. So from more often than not, it's like whatever, it's just do your own thing. But then those inches get grabbed at that point.
I think most people are on that line of thought. They're like, hey man, do what you want, long as you're not hurting anybody or doing something that's horrible. Do your thing. I don't care. Leave me out of it.
Yeah, that has but that also is a mentality that has hurt a lot over the years as well. That is the idea that is the mentality that has given people like this the inches.
Yeah, it's true.
It's unfortunate.
I think there are certain times where people.
What is
I think
it?
it's okay to have that
with good
every now and
intentions.
then.
Sorry,
John. Go ahead.
No, it comes from a good-hearted place, and that's what we've all been grown and raised to have, is to be respectable to your fellow man, and if they want to go a certain way, let those things slide, and it all comes from a good-hearted place. But the path to hell is paved with good intentions, and they take advantage of that. People who just want to change what we know and love, they tackle that, and they use our good nature and the best of what we are as people to their advantage, and that's why they flip it, and that's why the word Yahtzee was such a big was so effective over the years. The racismus, how V likes to say racismus. I'm trying to keep it.
Shout out to you, V. If you're watching, I know you're not watching, but shout out to you.
Yeah, the whole nature of, and that scares people off, and that just allows them to plow right on through. The best way to go at it is to don't take that crap. Keep it hard and steady. Push on through, trooper on. And for those who can do that, should take that as a call to action. Even today, hey, we need those voices out there. It's strong, and as you can see over the years, people have grown strong mentally and over as with their accounts online here on YouTube and elsewhere. They've grown and gotten bigger and bigger because those kinds of voices resonate with people, and that's why
I think Cell Shade actually makes a very good point. He says the only thing that people should be going to war on is does pineapple belong on pizza? No, it doesn't. Charge. Agreed.
I will apologize on behalf of all Canadians for that invention coming out from my country.
I love pineapple on pizza. Don't apologize.
Listen, I will go to the trenches to defend
I'm indifferent.
pizza from pineapple. All right, that's it.
If it's the only slice, that's available, I'll grab it, but it won't be on my order. That's for sure.
I always bring this up. My father-in-law is first generation Italian. He's the only one of his siblings that wasn't born here, and he gives his stamp of approval to pineapple on pizza because he says anything can be a pizza topping, and I agree.
Well, in that case, his opinion doesn't matter, because if anything can be a pizza topping, why don't you just throw a damn shoe on there?
You could.
How about pickles?
Yeah.
I've had a cheeseburger pizza before. If you go to Outtro Pizza, they have ground beef, ketchup, mustard, onions, and pickles.
It's okay. I got a flying leg with me, guys. Shout out to Steel Leg of History. But there's I think it's I know it's an American saying, but I don't know what state of the where it comes from. But they say it's okay to be open-minded, but don't be so open-minded that your brains fall out.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Try to keep a steady mind, understand what you're soaking in, and recognize where it's coming from.
Yeah, I think as we John, you've been around for a while, and I think I see it mostly with newer people who are like, I want to do something, and then they go in and they think everybody is trying to attack them, and other people are just like, no man, I just want to have a normal conversation, bro. Like, take a chill pill, my dude.
Yep. Yeah, I've tried that a few times and gotten my ass burnt for that amongst friends.
Yeah,
kind of gotten indoctrinated with but they just want to fall in line and not be the odd one out that gets the mallet to the head put back into place. And it's kind of it sucks. It's rough, but you need to stay headstrong and be certain of yourself and have the confidence to get through a lot of this. And over the years, we've seen a lot of that happen for a lot of individuals. They've risen up to the top, and as they've also been able to make changes against the the corruption and the nonsense that goes on. Anyways, Metastep
knows what's up.
Good to see you, bud.
There's a Big Mac. Hold on. Everything's tiny for me. Hold on. There is a Big Mac at my local pizza spot. Wait, there's a Big Mac pizza at my local pizza spot. It's amazing. As well as, what do you guys? You know what? I don't want any of the pizza that you guys are having, but whatever ganja you're smoking to go eat it, please share.
Unless it's pineapple, though.
Let's put it this way. Okay. Anything, yes, can be a pizza topping. The question is, should it?
Should it?
If you ever had poutine pizza, you'd change your mind.
Pooping pizza? What?
No, poutine pizza.
I'm not a true pop guy. I don't like my poop and my.
I'm just saying, brown gravy in place of sauce, cheddar cheese curds, cubed beef, and
no wonder why people have so many heart issues here.
Well, it's all about moderation.
The diabetes.
Making my mouth water thinking about it. Ooh, it's good.
Good stuff. Let's do a couple quick hits before we get to the meme break, because we are coming up pretty close to time here. I want to share a couple AI things. First off, Suchi, I saw this one on Side Scrollers, and I saw you had it in the docs here. So let's take a look at this. This is an AI prompt generated live action Mario movie if it was made in the 50s. Has anybody else seen this yet?
Yeah, it's creepy and weird, but I also kind of like it.
So I know they played this one on Side Scrollers. This comes from Adam Lois on Twitter. Let me go ahead and give him a follow, because this is some great stuff. I'm only going to play about 30 seconds of this, but this is awesome. Also, let me know if the sound's not coming through.
Nope.
No sound.
No sound?
It looks more like a Sid and Marty Krofft production.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like HR Puffin stuff back in the 70s.
It's
where they were really smoking some good kush to make that shit.
Because the audio, this is AI generated audio too, so this is nuts.
Welcome to the Mushroom Kingdom, a land of magic and adventure, where a plucky plumber embarks on a quest to save his beloved princess.
What's wrong with her eyes?
The villain.
Well, it's part of AI.
Mario,
Yeah, that's how it's generated.
known for his bravery and his insatiable appetite.
Like,
for
the mustache gets weird.
Joined by his loyal brother
invented?
Luigi, the noble Princess Peach, and a colorful cast of friends and foes, Mario must journey through enchanted forests, treacherous caverns, and towering castles to rescue the princess and restore peace to the
If
kingdom.
Mario was directed by Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
I get that vibe. That's just insanely cool. That
When was
that.
Mario made?
In 85.
Yeah.
Well, technically, he started out as
Yes.
Jumpman in Donkey Kong, and the Mario Brothers game as well. So, Donkey Kong was 1980, I think.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
81 in the States.
yeah, and then I think Mario Brothers was 83, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought it was 85.
No, Super Mario Brothers was 85.
The original Mario
Oh,
Brothers.
okay.
One
Yeah.
of the pipes and the crabs.
Okay.
I actually have a copy of that for both the Atari 26 and 7800.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's something people forget, is that Nintendo did put out third-party games on Atari.
Yeah, that was my first console, the Atari 26. Loved it.
Mine
Had
was the
ET too.
52, oddly enough.
I'm sorry, what?
Mine was the 5200, oddly enough.
Oh, wow, interesting.
The least supported console, I think, of all time, because it literally only had 69 games officially released for it.
Yeah, it was Nintendo was kind of taking over at that point.
And what was the price for the NES back in then? Because I heard it was like $50 or something for the NES.
Well, in those price tags at that time too.
I don't know. I was poor.
I don't know about inflation and stuff, how big of a difference it'd make, but it was.
I
decent price.
love looking through those old, newspaper ads You know, like they used to, when you get the Sunday paper and they'd come with like, you get like the catalog for Best Buy, Toys R Us, just seeing some of the prices and, also the marketing for it was just top tier.
Mm-hmm.
If I would look at that, I'd cry.
I do. Sometimes the nostalgia gets me, like legitimately. And then I open up the inflation calculator and be like, oh, no wonder we were poor. So, it's basically costing the equivalent of like $150 for like one game. I remember it was like 1994 when I got Super Street Fighter 2 on Genesis, and that was like an $80 game.
Yeah,
I feel
prices far different back then.
CJP is going to grab something.
Now he's going to show off what he got.
Yeah.
You need full screen him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a collector.
Oh, that looks awesome.
Damn.
Yes. Cobra Strike. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I have a stupid 2600.
That's something that struck me in America. Like, I visited so many toy shops, comic shops. You guys have everything. Like, I can find somewhere from there from like 10 years ago. In Britain here, where I live, like you only get the new shit, right? That's it. That's how you guys really value pop culture stuff and pop culture toys, whether it's comics, toys, games, whatever. It's really fascinating. It was like the land of the nerds. I loved it,
If I ever make it out to California, there's one place I want to go. And True Pop, you definitely need to look up a tour of this place. It's called Frank & Sons Collectible Show.
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen Frank & Sons?
No.
It is an indoor flea market, and they have tons and tons and tons of collectibles. And it's basically all kinds of vendors that are there. They permanently have booths in there. Just there's no way to see it all in one day, from what I understand.
Nice. Yeah, I got tons of back issues as well because I can barely get them here in the UK, so that was worthwhile. Yeah, it's been pretty good.
I do have one more quick hit for the AI stuff, and this comes from Andreas Zertis. And if you don't know Andreas, you should follow him. Awesome dude.
Andreas is a great dude.
We trying to do some collaborations with him soon, but he posted this. He said AI can expand paintings to give you an idea of what is going on beyond the frame.
Oh God!
Didn't skip leg day.
Oh yeah.
No, he did not at all.
Is there the Mona Lisa?
He's wearing booty shorts.
That was de-ripped.
Yeah.
Man, my man's got booty shorts on.
It'd be funny if you can somehow AI like a meme image around it, like maybe, I don't know, like American Psycho or something, to like a painting.
You certainly can, True Pop.
Mm-hmm.
All you gotta do is remove the background, and you're pretty much set.
So, on the topic of memes, I don't think that there's a better time for the meme break. So,
yeah.
Without further ado, let me get it queued up here, and let's see what everybody has cooked up for today.
And they're also really fresh for me because I'm not sitting at my computer right now, so it's all going to be fresh.
I got a little spoiled. I looked at my notifications. Hey, boy.
All right, here we go. All right, so kicking it off, we've got the show thread. If you ever do want to get your memes featured in the show, just make sure you're following the Legion of Memers on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Every week we have a thread where you can post your memes, and you can always tag us as well. And kicking things off, we've got this one. I used that template with the Hawkster running wild in Stellar Blade. I hope he's running NWO. I really hope that's what he's writing.
I sent one to a private group.
Or is he Rey Mysterio into
a good one, man.
Lawn dart?
I sent one to a group with a blank template, and I got that space movie that we all know.
1992 space movie?
Yeah, and I just took a screenshot of what I searched for and put it above there. Oh my God.
It's Skibbity Pop.
Don't even mention Skibbity. I hate that shit.
We got to find a video of somebody getting flushed down the toilet and their head's moving, their whole body's moving, and put his face on it.
Bro, literally, there's so much water in that thing, you could actually drown someone. Like, it's insane. Like,
I mean, there's you've never heard of a swirly?
Yeah.
You put someone's head in the toilet and flush it.
But it's like, right, you could do that in the UK, but you have to flush it. But you could do it in America, right? And you wouldn't even have to flush it and drown someone. It's
No, you
that
flush
full.
it
It's
on
stupid.
purpose. That's the point.
Yeah.
Because it makes their hair swirl.
It's okay. Our time will come. Thank you for the $2, mate. He says, thanks for making me feel old, gang. No worries. We're going to get there at some point.
Yeah, Delcar's awesome. He's my dungeon master. He's excellent, man. I spent 2 years with him so far, and I'm looking forward to the many more. He's great.
Hell yeah.
Oh, dude, it's hard to find a good dungeon master.
Yeah, I had the luxury.
We get this one from Skiritar saying, so Stellar Blade's censoring beards now, and apparently I didn't know there was a Kenzo skin in the game.
That's not fuel.
Kenzo is probably sitting there choking right now, laughing. Wait, who did this? Core member.
Core member got you.
Trey boy.
Core member, you bastard.
Oh man, he's always got good stuff on the stove. Excellent.
Core member, you absolute legend.
Oh, we got this one from Skirmitar. We get the Last of Us Part 2 remaster. I didn't know I was in that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
That's a
apparently
perfect face.
You dirty dog.
Combination. Yeah.
Apparently it's not Naughty Dog. It's Raw Dog now.
I was about to say
Raw dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
We also get this one.
That is nightmare fuel.
I like how I'm the Pip Boy up there.
Nice. My hair looks better.
From D-Day McLean, we get this one. Was watching Kingdom Come Motion Comic with my son last night. Where did and what did my memers spy?
Nice.
Yes, indeed.
Hate Aquaman, and normally I like
Yeah.
Blade.
Yeah,
It's like the Alex Ross ones that I have behind me. Yeah.
of course. Yeah, of course.
We get this one. Delcar putting in there with. I guess this is Gender Swap John.
You're pretty much.
I didn't recognize you. Nice.
That's what was crawling out of the closet.
Uh-huh.
Good God.
It's your trans doppelganger for revenge.
Lordy.
And last up on here, we get this one from Isaac. And this one, I believe, is that Dan Vask? It says, gamers who are done with political garbage in modern gaming and only play retro games instead.
Yeah.
And then we
Terrified.
get the game developers reacting. So good stuff in the meme thread today. Thanks for everybody who contributed. And that'll take us to our show outros. Figure out what everybody's got going on in the coming week.
Real quick. Thank you so much, everybody, for putting out those memes. Remember, throughout the week, if you guys are meming, make sure to hashtag or at the Legion of Memers. Doesn't have to be a big show. It can be any show you're watching. Just if you're making it for fun and people enjoy it, share it with us because we love seeing it. And I'm always looking for new members of the Legion. And I have a few of you are on my short list, so just know I have my eyes on you.
Yes, definitely.
And the more unique shows, the better. Just a heads up.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, let's start out with Oculus for the outro, man. What you got going on this week?
Probably like next week's gonna be pretty big. FNT 300, which all of us are gonna be pumping out memes like a motherfucker. So I'll probably do more ideas in preparation for the 300th episode. But I'm looking forward to next week.
And you know what? If it's the 300th episode, why don't you guys go back through your archives and see what you got? Maybe throw some old school oldies on there.
Oh, definitely.
I've got a whole backlog of Ryan as a cat memes.
Definitely, Guy Ladriel needs to be there. That's quite a popular one.
You know what? I say, guys, we got a meme raid FNT for the 300. Make it impossible. Make it just hundreds. I want to see thousands of memes on there.
Let's do this. I mean, we each take 50 memes or even 10 memes if we have the balls.
And CJP, what you got going on this week, my dude?
Well, this week, I'm still waiting on a hard confirmation, but I'm trying to get Mini Disc Wiki on my show for the Forgotten One cast for a very forgotten format that I fell in love with back in the 90s. And then I did drop last week the third Castlevania remix. So you've got Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse done in the GoldenEye style. So that's done. And then also next week, I'll be dropping the first track for my for the first track for the new album for Electronic Noise 3. That'll be coming out at the end of the year. So I'm just going to do a track every other month or so.
So I actually wanted to ask you if any artists or any memers or any video editors want to use their music, where can they reach you?
You can reach me on Twitter, Forgotten One Music with the number 1 instead of O-N-E. And yeah, just if you want to, just ask and just give me credit, and that's all I really ask for.
Sweet, man. Awesome. True Pop Culture, what you got coming up, my dude?
I am about to live stream some more Soma, so check out on my channel, True Pop Culture 7. I'm enjoying the game so far, so I'll probably play a bit more than 2 hours. Yesterday I played 2 hours.
You got to the twist, right?
Yeah, that he's. I guess that from the beginning.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I guess no. I'm interested to see what the story provides. It's definitely poses a question: what does it mean to be human? That's a fascinating question, and I hope to explore it in the game. It's also a bit of a horror game, and I'm terrible with horror, so look forward to that, dear chat. Me just being nervous all day throughout the playthrough. So yeah, join me on the True Pop Culture 7 channel, and thank you for having me.
Of course. Extra Zero, what you got coming up this week, my dude?
Well, before I get into what I got on, I want to shout out Mo Zamboni for coming in with the $2 super chat and saying, I'm ready for 300. Y'all better eat your Wheaties. So thank you for the support, man. We greatly appreciate it. Looking forward.
Let me see if I can go to work early throughout all the week and see if I can actually make it on time for FNT since they start so early now.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing what he and all the other ones cook up. And yeah, so as for me, I'll be memeing throughout the course of the week. I'm hoping to cover side scrollers, but I've been covering a lot of Gronkin' on Dogs lately. So again, go check them out. John's on there. It's a good time. The great conversations around gaming, and also just a shit ton of fun and a lot of funny moments come out of that show. So if you're not watching it and you're into gaming, you're missing out. Between that and side scrollers, you get a lot of great gaming content every day of the week, and a lot of opportunities to meme people. So if you want to have fun and you're into gaming, check out those 2 shows, and I'll be there memeing and also annoying Mazza in the chat. And aside from that, I'll be running my show, Figure Action Podcast. If you're into collecting, we talk about a wide range of everything going on in the action figure world. Everybody was tagging me in that Robeson Megatron this week, but rest assured we covered that on the show. So if you're curious what I think about that, go check us out over in the Figure Action Podcast. We cover Transformers, third party, kind of anything in the action figure world. We talk about a lot of industry news. Had a good conversation about what's going on with Hasbro selling off the rights to Power Rangers to Playmates. So if you're interested in that sort of stuff, check us out over there. We go live every Thursday at 9:00 Eastern. And then aside from that, that's pretty much it. It should be a lighter week for me. And I'll, of course, be back here next Saturday for the meme stream.
Awesome. Without you as a producer, man, I don't know where the show would go. So I appreciate everything you do for us and the show. He does a lot of work in the background because I've been dealing with a lot of
work
life things
in the
foreground. A lot of family stuff. So he's been having my back around everything. So if you guys want Legion members in your show, everybody here on the panel would be more than happy to be on.
Hey, give me a follow on Twitter if you're so inclined. I'm at extra008. I just hit 720 followers over there, so I'm nice. Happy for everybody.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. So I think I'm on track to hit 1,000 before the summertime. So
nice.
I'm gonna keep the momentum going, and I appreciate everybody that follows me. And if you like memes, give me a follow over there. And if you want to get in touch with the Legion, that's the best avenue to do so.
You can either DM Extra Zero, myself, or DM the Legion of Memers directly, and you will be answered by either myself or Extra Zero. But John, thank you for coming on, man. You're welcome on any time. You know, you can just reach out to us. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on Gronkin, man. I love the full Aussie crew. But if people want to check you out, where else can they check you out on?
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate you guys bringing me on. It's always a privilege to come on other people's panels and shows to just talk and talk about the news and such like that. But yeah, you guys can find me, like they said, over on the hashtag #1 non-shilling gaming podcast on the planet, Gronking on Dogs. I'm always there every Tuesday on the regular. I sometimes hop in on the 1 hour shows over the week. That's when they need me. I'm all good with that. If not, you can find me streaming over on Kick. Right now, I've got my Doom Eternal playthrough that I'm going through right now. And over on YouTube, I'm trying to make other videos. You'll find me over there. And I make more of the more deep dive into particular things that go on that I've seen over the news and such that really hit me in the heart. And I want to, get a video out there. Hopefully later on in the months, I'll be able to be more regular on making getting that content out. But right now, I could definitely be doing I'm definitely going to be streaming and doing the panels on Gronking on Dogs. Again, thank you so much for bringing me on. It's always it's a privilege.
Yeah, absolutely, my man. Great job on the memes for John, guys. Keep it up. As always, I am Superman. If he wasn't scared of Green Rocks, leader, creator, and founder of Legion of Memers, thank you all for watching the show. We will see you guys next week, same time, same place. See you later, guys. Have a good week.
Yeah.
And we don't have an outro.
No, because
it's going to end abruptly.
Infinite Wisdom deleted it. Yeah.
It's going to cut like
this.